we stand together, we'll never fall. We can make a difference and answer the call. When no times are wasted.
Well, hi there, and welcome back to another episode of the All Around Growth podcast. My name is Rob Kaiser, and I am your host. Today is Thursday, August 4th, 2022, and today's episode is titled Self-Authoring. And in today's show, I'm going to explain to you what self-authoring is and why you should consider checking it out. In addition, I'll also share some of my own personal experience with this over the past, couple of years or so. But anyways, in a nutshell, here is what self-authoring is. The Self-Authoring Suite is a series of online writing programs that collectively help you explore your past, present, and future. So why should you consider checking out this series of writing programs? Well, if you're listening to this podcast, we've probably got something in common. All right? You're a little different than the rest of them out there. Now, we're like them, but not really. Yeah. We've never really fit in, right? But here we are. So, what do we do about it? Act. Right. But how? All right. Like, chances are you've probably journaled. Chances are you've probably blogged. You're not a stranger to writing, but structure might be something that you've been lacking. For me, I know that was the case. And before I go into a little bit of more detail about what self-authoring is, I just want to share how I was exposed to it briefly. I mentioned that I was doing some writing, and the person that I was having a conversation with asked me if I was interested in this program, because one of the things that we'll explore when we get into looking at the dashboard is the purchase options. And there's no affiliate in any of this, not that I'm aware of at least. I checked. So I have nothing to gain from this other than just simply sharing my experience with you. And that's what this individual did with me. She bought bought it for, I want to say it was, $19, $29, and there was a 2-for-1 deal. And she gave me the code, and I was able to redeem this code and activate my subscription. So it was just a friend shared it with me. So consider that is what is taking place here, just a friend sharing it with you. Now, like I said, the Self-Authoring Suite is a series of online writing programs that collectively help you explore your past, present, and future. Okay? People who spend time writing carefully about themselves become happier, less anxious, and depressed, and physically healthier. They become more productive, persistent, and engaged in life. Well, those things sound good to me. All right, now what I read to you comes straight from my internet browser of choice, which at this time is Presearch, which I'll link to in the show notes. And I guess without wasting any more of your time talking about it, let's just take a look at what we see when we log into or when we go to selfauthoring.com. Now we see what is self-authoring, and there's a button to purchase now, and there's a button that says more information. So let's click on that button and see what I can tell you about self-authoring. And this that I'm reading from you is selfauthoring.com/get-self-authoring. Again, linked in the show notes. Just go to selfauthoring.com to learn more. The Self-Authoring Suite is a series of online writing programs that collectively help you to explore your past, present, and future. Okay? We're going to write the story of our lives. What this allows us to do is to delve into ourselves to discover the potential within. The Self-Authoring Suite is a series of online writing programs that collectively help you explore your past, present, and future. Now, over a decade of research has led to this series of programs, resulting in thousands of lives set on a better path. This life-altering program was co-created by Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. 10 years ago, Jordan and a team of expert researchers began developing a program specifically designed to help individuals rectify stuck memories, discover strengths and weaknesses, and develop their ideal future. This program is the culmination of these efforts and has proven itself as an effective resource. This differs from what I remember reading about, but nevertheless, I thought this was something that was developed when Dr. Peterson was we are a team of from the University of Toronto, and initially I thought this was developed for students, but maybe they're trying to put a little bit of a different marketing spin on it because of Jordan B. Peterson's involvement in it. But the three individuals that are involved in it, clinical and research psychologists from the University of Toronto and McGill University, are Jordan B. Peterson, Daniel M. Higgins, and Robert O. Peel. Daniel Higgins is the founder, head software development, and Robert Peel is the founder and psychology professor at McGill. And of course, Jordan Peterson is the founder and psychology professor at the University of Toronto. So, getting back to the Self-Authoring Suite, what we have is this 3-part package, which is our past authoring, where we work on past trauma, translating your narrative, making sense of your experiences and analyzing key memories. Your present authoring, discovering strengths, addressing our weaknesses, understanding our mind, and knowing our habits. And the future authoring, which is strategizing our lives, achieving clarity, designing the future, and identifying obstacles. So there's a lot of ways to go about, working through life. So why write about it? Because people who spend time writing carefully about themselves become happier, less anxious, less depressed, and physically healthier. Thinking about where you came from, who you are, and where you are going helps you chart a simpler and more rewarding path through life. There's links in this article where you can see additional research. Let's take a look at that real quick. And, careful research about traumatic or uncertain events, past, present, or future, appears to produce a variety of benefits, physiological and psychological. Now, written accounts of trauma positively influence health. Recent investigations have shown that the explicit written description of an ideal future produces similar results. A large body of research conducted in the industrial and business domains also demonstrates that future authoring or goal setting results in improved productivity and performance. Now, in this little snapshot, you can download the full paper, and there are also links to setting, elaborating, and reflecting on personal goals improves academic performance. There's white papers titled that. Also, a scalable goal setting intervention closes both the gender and ethnic minority achievement gap. If you're interested in a Nature Rotterdam study, and also there is a white paper titled Using Future Authoring to Improve Student Outcomes. And this is the Mohawk study from the Higher Education Quality Council of Ontario. Additional information if you are interested in even more detail on why you should write, but I think what I just read is enough. Now, here is what you get. And this is where I chuckle, because I'll just simply read and then I'll share my own experience. You will be guided through carefully engineered writing exercises via online prompts on our program website. This program is taken at your own pace, but we have found that investing more time upon reflection and deep writing will translate to far better results in your life. Okay, I'm going to reread that sentence because I think that this is very important to understand despite what I am about to read. Okay, so note, this program is taken at your own pace, but we have found that investing more time upon reflection and deep writing will translate to far better results in your life. Each program usually takes 4 to 5 hours, but we recommend you divide this time up over multiple sessions and begin each session with a refreshed and well-rested mind. Okay. Now, below you can learn more, and what I want to share with you is that I did some writing yesterday, and the last time I actually dove into this project and spent time writing in the self-authoring suite was way back in April, when there was a bit more structure to my life, and then things started to rapidly change, and here we are, a little less than 4 months later, and we are regaining structure, for the seas have settled. The storm has passed. That was my dog waking up or snoring. Okay, very good. Before we take a look at the dashboard and do some more exploring, this is what you get. These 4 programs, right? Past, present, future authoring, and the full self-authoring suite. It's $29.90, and you get a second copy and a gift to a friend. Or you can purchase each program independently for $14.95, which is just kind of stupid, because there's, personally, in my opinion, so much value in all of this. You might as well just spend the 29 bucks. Or if you're feeling very frugal, find someone and discuss this with them and split it with them and spend $15 a piece. Okay, now, again, I just want to reiterate that people who spend time writing carefully about themselves become happier, less anxious and depressed, and physically healthier. We become more productive, we become more persistent, and we become more engaged in life. This is because when we write, we think about who we are, where we come from, and where we are going. And this act of writing helps us chart a more simpler and rewarding path through life. So, 3 aspects to this program: the past authoring, the present authoring, and the future authoring, right? The past authoring program helps you remember, articulate, and analyze key positive and negative life experiences. The present authoring program has 2 modules. The first helps you understand and rectify your personality faults, and the second helps you understand and develop your personality virtues. The future authoring program helps you envision a meaningful, healthy, and productive future 3 to 5 years down the road, and to develop a detailed, implementable plan to make that future a reality. Now, one of my goals was to have the past authoring program and the present authoring program complete this year, so that next year, in my last season at the day job, I would complete the future authoring program, so that by the end of 2023, when I was prepared to, or thinking about leaving my job, excuse me, that I would have a good plan put together. But here we are, it's August of 2022, and I'm no longer working at the day job. And I'm still working on the past authoring program, which means I've had to adjust, or I've chosen to adjust some of my experiences to include this current time frame in my past authoring program. So what does that mean? So when you go into the self-authoring suite, you have a dashboard that you look at, and you can see the various products, and you can, and when I say the products, you can see the self-authoring suite, the future authoring, past authoring, present authoring faults, present authoring virtues, all of these things. And then there's another tab with frequently asked questions, privacy, terms of service, all this, research, writing benefits, everything that you would want to learn, everything that I touched on before, along with media links and more. But when you go to the tab that says your work, it shows the 4 exercises that are there: present authoring faults, present authoring virtues, future authoring, and past authoring. Now, I am in the process of writing my past. I am 18. It doesn't matter how far in I am, but I'd like to. Okay, so there's an introduction and a bunch of information about completing the exercise, memory, emotion, and stress, writing and sleeping, and your attitude while writing, and just a description about the program. So this is a lot of this is going to depend on your age, but I'm in my mid-40s, and it's broken down into several different epochs of our life. And these different epochs of our lives are pre-grade school, grade school, high school, like our mid to late teens, our college years, our late teens to our early 20s, and then our 20s, like our mid to late 20s, our 30s, and in my case, my 40s to the current day. And this might, if you're older, this might be your 40s and then your 50s, or even into your 60s to the current day. But you get the idea. And for each epoch of your life, you have the ability to detail out 6 different experiences up to 3,000 characters. So it's a lot of information that you can share about, but at the same time, you know, it's difficult to capture just 6 notable experiences that you want to write about for each of those epics, right? It's a challenging thing to think about. Just trying to identify the 6 memories, the 6 notable experiences that you want to expand upon. You know, that's something else, let alone writing about it. The writing is almost the easy part once you've identified the experiences. But, you know, if you want to be happier, less anxious, and less depressed while becoming physically healthier, and if you're interested in becoming more productive, persistent, and engaged in life, then check this out, because, you know, writing results in that, and writing in a structured program leads to more efficient results gained through the writing that we do. I would suggest writing your work offline in a program like Word or something, and run it together like a book, or however you want to do it. But do your work offline, save it and import it into the program. Selfauthoring.com is a redundancy. And, you know, when you're in here checking out your work and working through this, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Because that's what this is all about. Do the work now and let the next generation enjoy them as well, but in even greater abundance. This is Rob Kaiser, and thank you.
What can I do? The needs are many and answers are few. People turn away, and I wonder why. If I can help somebody, then I want to try. People may think that it's odd that I believe in friendship and love, and truth is always the best way to the world that may seem odd. I'm an odd fellow. I'm an odd fellow. Whoa, whoa. I'm an odd fellow. If we stand together, we'll never fall. We can make a difference and answer the call. You know the times are wasting every day, and we can help somebody along the way. People may think that it's odd that I believe in friendship and love. Truth is always the best way to the world that may seem odd. I'm an odd fellow. You're an